Okay, hey guys, good morning. This is Mr. Q's Math. I'm in Half-Life VR. I'm going to show you a few things today. First thing is going to be orders of operations, and then the next video we're going to do expressions and equations. Sorry about the writing. It is probably hard to write with this thing. So it's talking about orders of operations first. So orders of operations, we follow the basic guidelines called PEMDAS. P-E-M-D-A-S. PEMDAS stands for Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally, or if you're talking about our operations, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, divide, add, and subtract. Now we're in 5th grade this year, so we're actually not going to even worry about exponents. We're going to be doing the rest here today. I'm going to go over a couple common mistakes. The first problem I'm going to put up is pretty basic. We're going to do something like 2 times 6 in parentheses and then plus 5. Okay, so how this works is we follow the operations from top down to the bottom. Parentheses is my first operation. And then inside we've got 2 times 6. So we're going to do 2 times 6, which is 12, and then bring down our other operation we haven't done yet, which is plus 5. As you can see on the next line here, we have 12 plus 5. There are no parentheses. There is no multiplication. There is no division. But there is add. So 12 plus 5 is 17. A good way to check if you've done this right, if you have some kind of inverted pyramid, more likely than not, you've had the process done right. That's a pretty basic problem. What we're going to go over right now, this can really go awry when you start mixing up these operations, especially multiplication and division, because there is a catch to this. So let's put up another problem. 2 divided by 2, we'll say times 6, and then we'll just say again plus 5. Okay. So there should be an asterisk by multiply and divide, but you have to do those from left to right. So what I mean by that is if we follow PEMDAS, so first operation parentheses, as you can see, there is no parentheses. Multiplication, there is multiplication. There is division, there is add. But when multiplication and division are on the same line, you go left to right. So let me write that over here. Go left to right. If you don't do that, you're going to end up with a definite wrong answer. So if we're going left to right, if it's division or multiply, our next step actually would be to divide here. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now we rewrite our expression. Our next step here is multiply. Multiply comes before add. 1 times 6 is 6. We write our plus 5, and 6 plus 5 is 11. We've got to write our pyramid. We're good. Now, why this is important. Now, some of you might be saying, well, what if I go on multiply first? It says on PEMDAS, you're going to get a completely different answer. I'm going to show you that right now. So we write the same problem, and let's do it the way that some of you might be doing it this year in this question. It's the same exact problem. We look at PEMDAS. Parentheses, none. Our next step, multiplication. Now, if you don't remember this is left to right when you see multiplication and divide, you're going to end up doing this first, which is wrong. And let me show you. 2 times 6 is 12. And move down everything else. Our next step here would be to divide. And you cannot divide 2 divided by 12. Does not work. You'd have a problem that looks something like this. This is not going to work for us. 12 does not go into 2. This does not work for us. We'd have to add a decimal, and we'd have to go into numbers less than 1. This is the wrong way of doing it. The key point I'm trying to get through with this video, guys, PEMDAS, parentheses, multiplication, divide, add, subtract. You do definitely follow this order. I'm not saying you don't. You definitely follow this order. But when you see 2 of the same, especially multiplication and divide, you move left to right. Again, in your notes, put an asterisk by if you need to, because that is a big part of why we're going to be doing some problems this year. All right, so that was our video on orders of operations. I'm going to do the next video on expressions and equations as well, the differences between the two. If you like the video, please press like. Want to follow me, that would be great too. Thank you for joining me, guys. It's been fun.